In the dense heart of an African rainforest, nestled between towering ancient trees and the winding path of a forgotten river, lay the village of Mavutu. The villagers lived in harmony with nature, their days filled with laughter, song, and the rhythm of their hands working the fertile land. But beneath this peaceful existence, whispers of terror loomed, a darkness that had not visited the village in decades. These whispers spoke of the Ngolo warriors, a fierce and ancient tribe that dwelled deep within the uncharted paths of the forest. Once protectors of their land, the Ngolo had descended into madness, their rituals tainted by the consumption of human flesh. They were feared for their strength, their savagery, and the belief that eating their enemies gave them unparalleled power. The peace of Mavutu was shattered one fateful night. The air, usually filled with the chorus of insects and the rustling of leaves, fell silent. A deep, haunting drumbeat echoed from the forest, growing louder with each passing moment. The villagers, paralyzed by fear, could do nothing but huddle together in their homes, praying the stories of the Ngolo were just that, stories. But the stories were true. The Ngolo warriors, with bodies painted in the blood of their previous victims and eyes gleaming with a predatory hunger, stormed the village under the cover of darkness. Their leader, a towering figure known as Mukomba, led the charge. He was a man of immense strength, with scars crisscrossing his body, a testament to the countless battles he had fought and won. In his hands, he wielded a massive spear, its tip still stained from his last kill. The attack was swift and brutal. Homes were set ablaze, their thatched roofs crackling and spitting fire into the night sky. The cries of the villagers echoed through the forest, but they were drowned out by the guttural roars of the Ngolo. The warriors showed no mercy. They tore through the village, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Men, women, and children alike fell before their onslaught, their bodies dragged away into the darkness, never to be seen again. The village's elders, who had once been the pillars of wisdom and strength, were the first to be targeted. Mukomba believed that by consuming their flesh, he and his warriors would gain their knowledge and the favor of the ancient spirits that watched over the land. The elders fought valiantly, but they were no match for the Ngolo's ferocity. One by one, they fell, their bodies offered up in twisted rituals. The village's sacred grove, a place where the villagers had once come to pray and offer thanks to their ancestors, was defiled. The Ngolo set up their altars there, using the bodies of their victims to call upon dark spirits. The once holy ground was now a place of horror, where the air was thick with the stench of death and the cries of the damned. As dawn broke, the village of Mavutu was no more. What was once a thriving community was now a smoldering ruin. The survivors, those few who had managed to escape into the forest, were left with nothing but the clothes on their backs and the haunting memories of the night that had destroyed their world. The Ngolo warriors vanished as quickly as they had appeared, disappearing back into the depths of the forest, leaving behind a trail of blood and destruction. But their presence lingered, like a shadow over the land. The villagers who had survived vowed never to speak of what had happened, fearing that even mentioning the Ngolo would bring them back. But deep in the forest, Mukomba and his warriors reveled in their victory. They believed they had taken the strength of the villagers, the wisdom of the elders, and the power of the sacred grove. And as they feasted on their spoils, they planned their next attack, for the Ngolo were always hungry, and there were always more villages to conquer. The tale of Mavutu became a legend, a warning passed down through generations. It was a reminder of the darkness that could consume even the most peaceful of places and the horrors that lay waiting in the heart of the forest.